Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. Today's topic's a good one. Which is better, mutual fund or an annuity? And you're saying, wait a minute, Stan, that's an easy one. No, it's not. I'm going to explain the details of that after this. Hey, first of all, before we start jumping into mutual funds and all this stuff, as a disclaimer, we don't advise people on mutual funds. We only do fixed annuities. Stan the Annuity Man, the company, The Annuity Man, we only do fixed annuities. So don't come in and go, should I put in an S&P or international fund? No. That's not what we do. I can point you to someone who's really good at that, like Rick Ferry, who was on my Fund with Annuities podcast, who is a disciple of John Bogle, who is the founder of Vanguard, who is the godfather of mutual fund investing. Okay, so mutual funds in essence are a basket of stocks, typically diversified, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands of mutual funds. We can go down that rabbit hole all day long, but in essence, it's a growth product in most cases. Obviously, there's bond funds and treasury funds, but mutual funds are a basket of investments managed typically by somebody. The offshoot of that are ETFs, which are a little bit more efficient version of that. But when you start comparing mutual funds with annuities, I'm not sure there is a good comparison because mutual funds as a category, those are investments, okay? Annuities as a category, those are contracts. And contracts give you exactly what's going to happen in the policy. Now, I know a lot of annuity types are sold for hypotheticals and theoreticals and back-tested and hopeful return scenario numbers, which I think is a total mistake. I think you buy an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. You buy a mutual fund for what it might do, right? Nod your head. So when you're looking at both of them, which should I buy, a mutual fund or an annuity? My question is, what do you want the money to contractually do? If you say growth, buy the mutual fund. If you say market growth, buy the mutual fund. If you say potential, buy the mutual fund. But if you say I need principal protection or income for life or legacy or long-term care confinement care, which is my PIL acronym, those are the four things that I believe you should look for to contractually solve with annuities. If you don't need to contractually solve for principal protection, income for life, legacy, and long-term care, then you don't need an annuity. If you need market growth, then go buy market growth. Go buy the mutual funds. Follow Rick Ferry. Great. He's got a great program out there. If you go to my site at theannuityman.com and pull down the podcast replays, I would just encourage you, if you're interested in mutual funds, look at what Rick's done. I mean, he's an ex-fighter pilot, master of the universe, monster investor, smart guy, cool guy, and he gives away his ideas on these mutual fund investing for free. And he runs the Boglehead podcast. I love the Bogleheads out there. We have some interactions with them. Those guys and gals are great. I've spoken on a lot of their platforms. So, those people are looking at mutual funds. They're looking at, as John Bogle did so well, and a lot of our business models kind of based on that whole Vanguard approach is stripping out all of the fees, getting the fees down to the bare minimum as you can and letting your money work for you. With annuities, and I love when people say, well, all annuities are high in fees. That's the stupidest. I mean, the people that say that are dumber than a box of hair. I want you to think about that for a second. They are so misinformed. And when they say stuff like that, I mean, literally, they're wearing the dunce cap. You just put a dunce cap on their head visually, because that's stupid. Because single premium immediate annuities, deferred income annuities, qualified longevity annuity contracts, multi-year guarantee annuities, fixed index annuities have no annual fees. Hello? Did you hear me? Okay. When you attach riders to, say, an index annuity, that's when the fees start, but you don't have to attach a rider. So Bogle's out there with the mutual fund saying, strip out the fees, low fee investing. Stan the Annuity Man at The Annuity Man's out there going, strip out the fees, no fee contractual guarantees, not investing, contractual guarantees. There is a correlation from the standpoint of the fee structure that you should probably be looking at, but there is no correlation from the standpoint of the mutual funds are an investment. Annuities are contracts. They're transfer of risk contracts. You're transferring the risk to the annuity company to solve for principal protection, income for life, legacy, and long-term care, confinement care. You're transferring the risk to the annuity company to do that for you. That's why you even consider annuities. You should never consider them for market growth. Will annuities that have potential ever outperform the mutual funds? In my opinion, no. I just don't see it happening. And you should never, in my opinion, buy annuities of any type for hopeful return scenarios. Now, that plays well at the Bad Chicken Dinner seminar. That plays well in those pop-up ads you see that pop up on the internet that say 17% return or 14% return with principal protection. Listen, if you buy that, you get what you deserve. You're the dumb person. You're stupid. You buy shiny things. Okay? You're the person that gets caught up in the Ponzi schemes, right? You're looking for something that's too good to be true. With annuities, if it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time because you're buying contracts. If it sounds too good to be true on mutual funds, I guess it could be, right? You're buying it for potential hypothetical. You're buying the back test. You're buying those basket of investments that the mutual funds represent. So just remember, if you just remember this right here, annuities are not investments, they're contracts. Don't believe me, buy one, you're going to get a policy in the mail, and some people call that policy a contract because that's what it is. And because it's a contract, you buy it for the contractual guarantees. Because it's a contract, we will provide you the specimen policy of that contract to read before you buy it because it's a contract, right? Of course. So wasn't that fun? I'm sure you learned a ton about annuities versus mutual funds. Do me a favor. Go to my site at theannuityman.com. Use our proprietary calculators. Book a call. Do not hesitate to book a call. Why wouldn't you do that? You're either going to get me or my team. Anybody you get is going to be very, very cool, very low-key, they're going to listen. They're going to use their ears and their mouth in proportion, 2 to 1. And we're going to try to put together a customized plan for you. Or we're going to tell you don't need an annuity based on what you've told us. So just interact. Listen to my podcast. If you go to my site at theannuityman.com, there's podcast replays, there's blog replays, there's video replays. I have a couple of other video series. One's called Shooting It Straight with Stan, which is when I just start ranting at the top of my lungs and just going off on something that's specific to the time period that we're in. Most of you will like that as well. That's on the YouTube channel. If you're at the YouTube channel, go to there and there's playlists. There's all kinds of things. I'm trying to educate and entertain at the same time with a very, very perceived boring topic of annuities. But the bottom line is if you have questions, connect with us. We are licensed in all 50 states. We'd love to work with you as a client. I have the best team in the business. Our main offices are based in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is good. That's a good thing. So I run between Las Vegas and Florida because my wife wants to live in Florida. So guess what? We're going to live somewhat in Florida. So I go backwards and forwards. But I would love to get a chance to meet you and my team as well. So do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button so you're going to get the heads up when we put these out. Put some comments down below. Ask the questions. Contact us. And I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man YouTube video.